I'm Easterly.
I'm Miles.
And I'm Olivia. And today we're going to learn about the grizzly bear, the polar bear, and the grolar bear, and how climate change is affecting them.
Climate change is the Earth getting hotter than it used to be and making the ice melt faster and the ocean to get hotter. This is the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is when the sun shines down onto the Earth and its rays are absorbed by water and land. Then it is reflected back up into the Earth's atmosphere. When it is in the atmosphere, it is called carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. People are creating more greenhouse gases, so it is trapping it. It's like putting a cap on the Earth, and the cap is not letting any of the heat out.
Some greenhouse gases are ozone, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. Most of them come from burning oil and fossil fuels, like in this picture.
The gases are coming from the Earth's atmosphere and burning coal, oil, and gas. The Earth is trapping all of the greenhouse gases. This is good because it's keeping our Earth warm. However, we are putting even more carbon dioxide into the Earth by burning coal, oil, and gas. This is not just affecting the Earth, but it's also affecting us. Would you guys like to breathe this air?
I don't know.
No. Just need water.
The greenhouse effect causes ice to melt, the ocean to rise, and wacky weather.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
The greenhouse effect causes the sea ice to melt. Another thing that causes the sea ice to melt is us using electricity. How do we use electricity in this room?
Lights.
Yes.
Projector. The sun.
In the room.
Oh.
Oh.
The lights.
The tree. Yes. Because of global warming, the polar bear sea ice is melting.
The polar bears live where there is sea and ice, more specifically Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Norway, Russia, and Antarctica. The polar bears are losing their homes. This makes it hard for them to find food. They eat the ringed seals and the bearded seals. Due to climate change, there is not as many seals in the sea. And if the polar bears do not eat, they will sadly die.
No.
No?
Go back.
Yeah. Okay, go back. You have to. Back here. Click the play button.
There?
Global warming is melting the ice caps, so the polar bears must move from their home. 2/3 of polar bears will be gone by 2050. 97% of scientists agree that we are causing the global warming and the ice caps to melt.
People burning greenhouse gases is causing the ice caps to melt. If people burn less greenhouse gases, they reduce global warming.
Polar bears have to move out of their environment and go places where sometimes they can be shot at and hurt. The places they go don't have seals, which is their main food source. In the polar bear's new environment, they have begun to reproduce. With the grizzly bear, this has caused a new species of bear, called the grolar bear. A grolar bear is a cross between a grizzly bear and polar bear. In conclusion, we need to reduce global warming and save the polar bears.
What did you learn about the polar bear and grizzly bear?
That there's becoming a new bear.
Yes, the grolar bear.
They're losing their home.
They are losing their homes, and that's causing them to meet the grizzly bear. The polar bear used to be in Antarctica, Alaska, Canada, Russia, and Greenland. Now they are moving to upper parts of the USA and warmer places in Canada.
Since the sea ice is melting, the polar bears have to move where the grizzly bears are, such as places like the forest.
live in Washington.
Should I play this one?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
This is Miles' grizzly bear presentation.
The grizzly bear eats lots of salmon, berries, grasses, fungi, and elk. Grizzly bears mainly live deep in the forest by rivers so they can eat jumping fish. In addition to how they live in deep forests, they also live in open plains and the Arctic tundra. A few other places they live in are in Western Europe, Ohio, and California. Grizzly bears need to eat a lot in the summer and fall. Grizzly bears are omnivores. That means they eat plants and animals. In late summer, grizzly bears enter a state called hyperphagia where they eat lots to gain weight for hibernation. When grizzly bears hibernate, they build a den, and while they are hibernating they give birth to babies, mainly twins. In October to November, grizzlies enter their den and start hibernation.
What did you learn from the goat anime video we just watched about the grizzly bear? Yes.
That in the summer they make a den and have babies, and
Yes.
normally they're twins.
Yes, that is correct.
They eat plants and animals.
Yes, they do. They do.
They eat fish.
Yes, they do eat fish a lot.
The grolar bear is a cross between a grizzly bear and a polar bear. It has the shoulders of a grizzly bear and the head of a polar bear. Since the polar bears have moved to where the grizzly bears live, they have created a new kind of bear called the grolar bear. Fun facts. The grizzly bear its bite can break a bowling ball. Another fact is that the polar bear is the biggest land animal.
The grolar bear is not actually a super bear. It's weaker than the grizzly bear and the polar bear.
Because of climate change, the polar bear must move from its natural habitat.
How to help? We can help by turning off the TV when not using it, turn off the sink when not brushing our teeth or washing our hands. We can carpool with other friends instead of using all different types of cars. We can read a book instead of watching TV.
It sounds silly that if we take shorter showers and turn off the lights when we leave the room, it will make a difference in the grolar bear, grizzly bear, and polar bear population.
How can we help today?
Do you want me to keep going, or do you have
Yes.
suggestions?
I have a question about the grolar bear. Where will it live? If
It lives in it's now going through the same thing that the polar bear is going in. So it sort of has to live in the forest because the sea ice is melting, so it doesn't have any place to live on the
what
sea
if the
ice.
sea ice stops melting? Will it still live in the jungle or go back?
That's a really good question. I think that, I know that the polar bears will go back to their natural habitat, but I do not know if the grolar bear will go live there. That's a really good question. Yes.
I just forgot.
Yes.
Trying to save my home.
Yes. We are trying to save their home. And then there's a web.
Yeah, there's one.
And now we're gonna watch a webcam of the grizzly bears. We're gonna watch a live webcam of the grizzly bears in Alaska.
Should I click right there?
Yes. So you can see the grizzly bears trying to catch some fish.
This is live?
Yes, this is live from Alaska.
And we can also see polar bears.
Grizzly bears always wait there and like try to catch the fish as it jumps up.
So they're standing there waiting for fish?
Yes.
There's some right there.
Have you seen them actually get them?
We have
Yes.
seen a few catch them. But sometimes down the videos. And that's her birthday. Thank you guys for listening to us today about talking about how the grizzly bear has met the polar bear and how they have created a new species and how climate change is affecting them. Do we have any questions?
Any questions?